Hello guys, and welcome to another TensorFlow tutorial. Today I will be showing you how to containerize your TensorFlow model using BentoML and Docker. So first of all, what is a bento? A bento is a Japanese iteration of a single portion takeout or home packed meal, often for lunch. So basically the main takeaway is that everything that you need is in one box, or should I say container. You may be asking, Rashad, what does this have to do with TensorFlow? Well, in our context, a bento refers to an object that also contains everything that we will need to run and deploy our model. If we look at the image, we can see the little parts that we need are all packed into this bento. So we can see, we can see the Python requirements, the source code, the models, its artifacts, and the Docker image. Now, before we get coding, let me just run you through the steps that we're going to be going through this tutorial. So step one is we'll be saving our model using BentoML. After that, we're going to create our prediction service in a Python script. After that, we'll be building our bento. And once we have our bento, we'll containerize it using Docker. Alright, so let's start the coding part of this tutorial. So we're gonna have to save our model. I've already saved my model, so I don't need to rerun this script. So to save it, you just have to do model.save, then just type in the folder that you want it. I just want to go back folder, then I'm gonna go into models, digits, models, then alright. No, I think it's just model. Yeah, so it's exactly the same as this folder here. After that, what we're gonna actually want to do is we want to save it into the model into BentoML. So let's just create a new script. I'm gonna call this save Bento. I'm supposed to add that, but anyway. Okay, so after that, we can import Keras, then we'll import BentoML. But before we do that, we actually have to pip install it. So we're gonna have to go to our trusty old Anaconda prompt. We're gonna want to activate, so we want to go into our TensorFlow environment, so activate TF. Once we've done that, we can pip install BentoML. Right, you can see it's already satisfied for me. Can I just make, sorry about that. So yeah, the requirements already satisfied. Another thing we're gonna have to install is actually Pillow, which we'll need later with BentoML because it's gonna process the images like that using Pillow. So pip install Pillow as well. But as you can see, I already have it, so that's all fine. So we have BentoML. We just want to type in our model part here quick. It should be, and then after that, model equals curious. So when I load the model, model path, and then after that, I'm gonna do bento model. So we're making our bento model now, or we're just gonna, then we're gonna save it. Save model. I'm gonna save the curious model. So this would be mnest digits model, then comma the model, which is this reference over here. So we're saving our curious model into using BentoML now. So after that, let's just print the tag. It's getting low. Should probably plug it in. Bento model tag. We're just gonna print the tag here, so that we can see it when we run the script. So bento model.tag. I think that's right. Okay, so we can just run the script now. We're just gonna select current file and it should be fine. You can also just right click and run script like this if you need. It's off that, yeah, BentoML. So this has been the model. We just have to save that quick. Let's just put that into a notepad for later. So this is our model. We're going to need the tag when we load the model again when we're trying to run our prediction service or write a prediction service. So yeah, we've saved the model in BentoML. Now we need to make our prediction service actually. So we're gonna make a new Python file again, service.py. Okay, so yeah, first of all, we're gonna import BentoML again, and we're gonna import numpy as well, numpy as np. So first you want to make a model reference. So BentoML curious.get, and then we're gonna reference our model tag. So we're gonna load our model. This gives a reference. After we have the reference, we're gonna make our own model runner. This is gonna run our prediction. It's kind of BentoML's abstraction of the models that you have saved. So you can save various like models from different frameworks. Model runner is just an abstraction for those frameworks. Then we're gonna make it a runner. So we've got a runner now. After that we'll just make our service. So BentoML dot service, and then we're just gonna let's name it 2-digit mnest classifier. Okay, and then we have to actually add which runners we're gonna have. Notice that we're putting it into a string, so we can have multiple runners of different models. So we can have different models predicting. And let's just create our prediction function. So this would be do application data. So what BentoML sends us, and it's actually going to be an image that we're going to send it. So we're going to go image is equal to np.asArray, then application data. After that, application data. After that, image equals np.expand dims, and then x equals 0. So the reason why we're putting this line in is because so we're going to send an image. The image is only going to be one image, so it's going to have the shape of the image is going to be the height, the width, and the number of channels. But for our model to work, it needs to have 4 of those. Those are only 3. So height, width, and channels, just three different dimensions. But we need 4, so we need to add an extra dimension. This is what it does. This function does. It adds a dimension at the specified or before the specified axis. So yeah, so we need to add a dimension to for our model to actually work. So after that, we can just run. So we have predict. So normally, to make a prediction with our TensorFlow model, we just do .predict, but because we have it as a runner, we have to do .predict.run. So, and then we pass in our data. After that, we can just process the prediction. So our prediction equals first num, and then first num would be np.org max pred 0. Actually, let's just print the pred for now. Then turn pred. Okay, let's just After this, we actually have to add a decorator to show the service which function to use. So we're going to do svc.api input equals image, and then output equals JSON. So yeah, we're going to send a JSON out, i.e. Let me just go. Just add a JSON here quick. Status equals working. Okay, successful maybe. So, alright, so after that, you can see we still have these squiggly red lines underneath. We actually have to import this from BentoML. And you remember that we actually pip install pillow. This is for the image actually or the image data type that BentoML allows you to use. Let me just check what we have to write here. Okay, so we actually have to do from bento, so from BentoML.io, we're importing the JSON and then also image. So yeah, the squiggly lines are gone, and this should work. So to run the service, so we can actually just what can we actually do? I think, yeah, let's just go to the terminal over here. So it's already like, it's running anything. It is. Okay. Let's wait for this to finish. Okay, cool. So let's just clear this. So now we're going to want to, well, let's just test our service quick. And to do that, we're going to go BentoML serve, and then the function name, I mean not the function, the file name, which would be service, and then the name of the variable, which would be svc, or the service variable. Okay, so once you just hit enter, this should work. To that, so cool. It seems like it's running. We have the print statement in. So alright, so let's test out our prediction. So just gonna go to localhost, then post. So yeah, you can see our / classifiers. So yeah, this is actually this method over here. So let's just test it out. Let's try it out. We have image.png. I think we can use any image, to be honest, or most of them. Let's try predict on this image, so we can see the output's supposed to be 3.5. Oops, my bad. Okay, execute, and damn, there. Okay, response. It says successful. Obviously, we haven't added we're gonna have to add the prediction, but it seems to work. The reason why we did that is so we can see that what the output is. So we have a tuple over here of two tensors, and obviously you can see that it's predicting like 1 at one of the tensors, and then 0 at the, I guess 0 for the rest. So that indicates that this would be 1, well 0, 1, 2, 3 at predict 3. To get this prediction to actually like output a number, we're gonna have to do argmax. So that just takes it gives you the index of the maximum, which would be this one over here in this case. So let's just do that quick. We're actually gonna make a dictionary now. So pred is equal to first num, then np.argmax pred 0. Then after that, second num np.argmax pred 1. After that, we can actually just return our this function now. Okay, so now we just want to shut that off, and then we want to actually rerun the service. And this should fix, well, this should be what we want. Let me just take that away. Okay, cool. So let's just go back to our prediction service. Everything is up, yep. Okay, cool. So let's reset. Okay, choose file. I can actually just refresh this. Okay, cool. So yeah, try it out, choose file, then we choose 3.5 and we execute it, and you can see it actually predicted it correctly. We can choose a different file. I think like sometimes it is a bit weird, but let's try something like 1.3. Let's see what happens. So predicts 0. Okay, 0.3. So it's not that accurate. If we train it for longer, it might be more accurate. Cool. So at least seems to work pretty well. So we got our prediction service up and running. We've got the code that we want. Now we've coded our prediction correctly. Now we're gonna want to actually build our bento. To build our bento, we're actually gonna have to write our own YAML file. So, well, our own bento file, and it has to be a YAML. So we have to create a new file. We're gonna do bento file.yaml. Don't mind that, that's just Git asking me. So we wanna just indicate what's our service, and we're just gonna say our service is service svc. After that, this is just metadata. So, and what stage is that? This is just a tutorial. After that, we want to include service.py. This is the files that we want to include in our. We just want to take this service file. We don't want to take any of these. But if you want to take like all the files, you can also just do the star. But obviously, we don't want to add unnecessary code to our bento. Cool. So once we've included that, we have to indicate which Python packages we want, and we want actually TensorFlow equals, and then let me just check the version quick. I should rather do pip list. Cool. So yeah, we have TensorFlow 2.10, and then what we're also gonna want to have is Pillow 2, but I don't think it really matters which version of Pillow we have. So 2.10.1, and then we need Pillow as well, but that is all we need. Cool. After that's done, we can go back to our terminal. Oh, we already had our terminal actually. Let me just clear this quick. It's not too cluttered. So after that, we have to make sure that we're actually in the correct folder where the bento file is. You can see data pipelining. That's that folder over there. But it falls underneath. So that we're gonna want to bold our bento like this. Just BentoML bold. Hit enter. Alright, so after we have bolt our bento, we can actually containerize it. It's pretty easy as well. We just have to run BentoML containerize. This will make a Docker image out of it, so containerize, and then we have to use our bentos tag, which is this. We're just going to copy this, paste it over here, and then hit enter, and then we'll start bolding. After it's done, I'll get back to you guys. And cool, so it seems like it is working. We can actually just run our Docker, or our Docker image like this. So copy paste, we just paste it here again. I just Control V. Alright, cool. And then now a Docker image is running. Okay, it's just sending a whole bunch of logs. Okay, cool. Let's give it another shot. Should be the same thing. Cool. So yeah, it seems like it's working. Let's just change this to, it doesn't matter actually. Let's try it out. Choose file and then G, and there, it's working. Can see everything looks to be correct. Yeah, and that's how you containerize your TensorFlow model using BentoML. The next tutorial I'll show you guys how to actually deploy this container on AWS using ECS. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Bye.